I flew 1,286 miles from my house with $7 in my bank account for my first art show. I am Angelina, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be telling you the story about my first art show. We're just gonna be chilling, so I'm gonna be doing my makeup and I'm gonna tell you the story about my first art show. So around 3 months ago, I had seen this art event that was going on all the way down in LA. One of my favorite YouTubers, her name is Verena. If you don't know her, check her out. She is amazing. She was a part of some art show. She was one of the hosts for the show. And the show looked so freaking cool. There was all types of artists. And I was just thinking, dang, I want to be a part of something as cool as that, you know? I've been selling my artwork since December, but I have never done an art show. A couple weeks later, I see that the main host, her name is Haley, such a lovely person, heard that she was hosting another art event. At first, I wasn't sure if I even wanted to apply because one, I didn't have money, and two, where the show was being hosted is across the country from where I live. And I had never even been to the West Coast, so the whole idea of it kind of freaked me out. But I decided it's not gonna hurt anybody if I apply. I decided to put my name in, fill out whatever needed to be filled out for the art application. I waited a few more weeks and finally I get an email back that I was selected to be a part of the art show. I was so excited, and out of nowhere, anxiety just smacked me in the face because I had never been in an art show before and I had never flown across the country before. So all these different questions started to rise up and bubble in my brain. That I normally solve if I'm ever anxious about something is I just have to break everything down. Instantly, I start writing out a list of all the things I need to do, things that I want to bring to the art show. And I did that all night. I barely slept. I just needed to get that out of the way. This left me with maybe around 2.5 months before the art show. So I was busting my ass working. I was doing car detailing, learning about different business models to make money. I was just giving my all to get as much money as I could before the show. I began DMing people. I was asking people to invest into my future. I'm so grateful for all the help that I got. I got a lot of help from my family. And the fact that that many people were willing to help me, just, it means the world to me. A couple hours before I left for my flight, I had booked the hotel. All I had money for was for the hotel, and then I was left with around $78. I booked the hotel not knowing how I was gonna pay for the next couple nights at the hotel. I with my boyfriend, we get to LA, and then we need an Uber to the hotel. I underestimated how expensive California is. Our first Uber cost $71, and that left us with $7 left in our bank accounts. So we decided to bring some of our car cleaning supplies, and obviously I had to fly on a plane, so we put all of our liquids that we needed to clean the car into these little carry-on containers so that we could bring it to California. After we got a little bit of food, had a little bit of water, we start knocking on doors in 104-degree weather. And finally, we get a couple that needs both of their cars cleaned. They're gonna clean their cars for the next day, which meant that we still needed money for our hotel for the next night. I reached out to my lovely siblings who agreed to allow me to borrow some money. Thankfully, I would have been camping otherwise. Next day, I need to get tables and chairs for the display for the art show. As I said earlier, we didn't have much money, so we decided to walk all the way down to Target, which was a 2-mile walk. After that, we were cleaning the 2 cars for the rest of the day. Finally, it was the day of the show. I was so nervous and excited. I had been stressing about this show for so many months. I was just ready to conquer the world. I was left with a problem still. I didn't have money to get to the show. All I needed was money to Uber to the show. The night before the show, me and my boyfriend, we got down on our knees and we thanked God, the universe, and Mother Nature for all that it had helped us with, and we just asked for a little bit more of guidance because we were so close. We made money for the first 2 nights. Why can't we make money for the 3rd night? And literally all we needed to do was get to the show. I still needed money for that night at the hotel, but I knew I was gonna make the money back after the show. Luckily, one of my boyfriend's close friend agreed to letting us borrow some money. God bless his soul because he was the answer to our prayers. I don't even think he knew how much it meant to me. So now it's finally time for the show. I get to the show and I arrive late to set up. So we had 2 hours to set up and I came there for the 2nd hour. And I'm starting to get nervous because there's so many talented artists everywhere. There's people that have 20 to 30 pieces of their artwork, and then they have their artwork on clothes and lighters and grinders and ashtrays, and all I had was 4 options of things that you could buy. Either my big canvases, tote bags, art prints, or stickers. And my stickers were super tiny, so I was nervous. To get over my anxiety, start setting up, and my setup ended up looking really cute. Like, look at her. So pretty. The show finally opened and all of a sudden I just forgot how to talk to people. I'm a very charismatic person. It's not difficult for me to talk to people if I have to be honest, but something about being in a setting where I'm selling myself just freaked me out. I didn't even know how to say hello. Luckily, my boyfriend's an entrepreneur, so he was guiding me the entire time. He was helping me learn how to create conversations with strangers. I love the 2 girls that were next to me, Evelyn and Love Riot. They were so sweet to me. As the show went on, I started to warm up more. It was easier to talk to people. And later in the night, I start getting worried because I had shipped out these giant canvases, 38 by 36 inch canvases down to LA. And if I didn't sell it, I had no idea what I was going to do with them. Earlier in the night, this one girl came up to me and she asked how much I was selling the big canvases for. I told her that I was selling them for $500, and she kind of just left. I didn't really think much of it, but an hour later she comes up to me and she says, "I want the big canvas." And my heart just burst in happiness. She really doesn't know how much it meant to me because she was paying for my next night in the hotel, food. I was so relieved. And after that, it was so easy talking to people because I was just filled up with energy and happiness. I don't know where the footage went, but I just want to give a huge thank you to Haley for making such an amazing event. She was so helpful throughout the whole process, which I was stressing out. I know she was probably stressed out, but I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you so much. Also got to meet my favorite YouTuber, Verena. She was so freaking sweet. She told me that I smell good. One of my biggest fears was that I would smell bad or that I would have bad breath or something. Just imagine being known for being that bitch with stinky breath. I can't. No, it can't be me. Later in the night, Evelyn and her boyfriend end up taking me and my boyfriend home. They're so sweet. Her boyfriend actually bought us water during the show. What a real one. So grateful for all of the lessons that I learned during the trip. I'm so grateful for all the cool souls that I got to meet. I'm grateful for everyone that has helped me on my journey. I wouldn't have been able to do this alone. Crazy life to be living. Thank you guys for watching my channel. I'm going to be putting out videos once a week. I love you guys so much. Have a good day. Mwah.